Very rarely turns it over. Didn't turn it over again, but here's the quarter by quarter for the Ignite Cup. 1 point for the Kings. They got 1, which means the Jack Jumpers get 6 of a total 7 that you can get. It could be a crucial point come the end, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. But the key to Tasmania's success is guys liking guys off the floor. Those, you can tell, those guys get along off the floor. They play cards, they make dominoes, whatever. They're hanging out because if you're friends off the floor, you can be friends on the floor.
There's the Mitsubishi Motors ladder. You can see Tasmania with a different shade of green to the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in there. But 3 of those wins have been on the road. So they've played, coming up to Friday night, 5 games on the road. And then Tiger spoke about it. You're right. You're hanging out non-stop. You're eating together on the road. All of that helps build chemistry early. It can be tiring. It can be tough. But clearly it's working for Scott Roth.
Well, you said it. They head on the road tomorrow, so really they can't celebrate too much. And honestly, I think they need to make sure they do not come out too arrogant, too, off this win, brush it to the side, because we literally just saw Sydney do that.
Yeah, exactly right. The emotional downfall of that. But I think they'll be up for New Zealand, and then we head now to RAC Arena. This is going to be a fun one. Looking forward to seeing what the Brisbane Bullets dish up.
Speaking about crowds, though, this place goes off. 14,000 screaming fans. All the fans are for Perth. There wouldn't be one Brisbane Bullet fan in the whole building.
Well, we just looked at the Brisbane Bullets starting 5. Totally different tonight. No J.A., LP's in the mix. Dukas is in the mix. This is going to be an interesting mix-up for the team. I wonder how they're going to respond.
They need it, right? And again, we've been speaking about it. Jalen Adams coming off the bench now for disciplinary actions. I understand that. But when your backs are against the wall, you keep losing. That first quarter was abysmal against the Illawarra Hawks. How do you respond? You're going into a Perth Wildcats team that haven't figured it all out yet, but they're finding ways to win.
I think it's a smart move by the coach. You got to shake it up a little bit because what's happening right now is not working. Bring somebody off the bench, give them an opportunity, let them come in and drop some numbers, and then you put pressure on these guys that think they should start.
I'm worried there's always that one team or that plays a guy into form. If Mason Jones goes for 30 tonight, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
I just feel like that could happen. There's always one team.
Wow.
Melbourne United have played guys into form in the last couple of seasons. We've seen the way Brisbane have been to start, but I'll have a bit more
So what you're saying, Brisbane's defense is terrible? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's not good. We've seen it to start the season.
Well, Mason Jones didn't have a Mason Jones-type game in Cairns, so I am expecting him to bounce back and be a little bit more fiery. And you know what? I'm going to have confidence in J.A. that he is going to take this as a learning lesson and going to come out and prove why he should be in the starting lineup. But let's talk about Dylan Windler.
Oh, he's going to be
double king.
He's an all NBL candidate right now alongside JLA, who's an MVP candidate. It's coming right up.
The worst Casey Fraser. That's tough. Jalen Adams stares his defender in the face, pulls up from deep, knocks it down. Adams for 3. It's been a battle, and Dylan Windler's going to keep on throwing punches. Brace yourself. How do you stop that?
The big man is going to work this.
And welcome to the Hungry Jacks NBL Ignite Cup presented by Disney+. Game 2 action underway very shortly. Perth Wildcats, Brisbane Bullets. I need some of that $400,000. Casey, bring it home, CP! Bring it home!
Oh, man, this is going to be a fantastic game because so often we see when teams are struggling, when their backs are against the wall, as I've been saying, they come out with a bit more confidence, a bit more looseness, understanding they have to provide a different spark. And the Wildcats, well, they haven't gone close to figuring it all out yet, so it could be a good time to get them.
Well, I know two teams are playing, and technically anything can happen.
Mate, we've seen the
But there's a 99% chance that it's going to be a beatdown. A beatdown.
I wasn't going to say that just yet, but also Casey Prather, he carries a lot. He loves playing against the Perth Wildcats. I'm hoping that he has a big one, and everyone else follows his lead because they didn't do that in Illawarra.
Casey going to get his. Casey going to do his thing, but it's the rest of them I'm worried about.
Well, we've already talked about how the Bullets are switching up the starting five. Hopefully that gives them a spark. Perth's going to be defending their home court. But, Pete, can you break down this Ignite Cup for us?
Yeah, if you're just tuning in for the Ignite Cup, it's different on Wednesdays. Obviously, we get a whole lot more hoops, which is what we all wanted, Damon. We all wanted more NBL basketball games. We get them on Wednesdays. Blockbusters.
Welcome to the sandpit. Shook Divas out of his shoes, and that's the double.
20 extra games, a quarter-by-quarter scoring system, and a one-game winner-takes-all final. Here's what you need to know. 3 points if you win a game, 1 point for winning a quarter, and half a point if the quarter is tied. $400,000 is up for grabs. $300,000 to the winning team and $100,000 to the runners-up. The NBL Ignite Cup. Let's go.
Derek Rucker isn't here, but he's always here. Some way, somehow. Great breakdown by D. Ruck. But let's talk about the Perth Wildcats. Dylan Windler, I'm a big fan of his game. What do you guys expect from the team?
Dylan Windler is a double-double machine. Like, he is just scoring so well. He's shooting the three ball real well. He's just rock solid, right? You can just tell he's been in the league now. He's very comfortable. And between himself, as we look at their last 3 games right there, like, they winning. They 3-1, and they rely on their front court, Pete. Dylan, Doolittle, and JLA, Joel Altul Jr. Those 3 is what drives this whole team. Anybody else can chip in on their day, but those 3 are very consistent.
Yeah, JR said it the best. He said it's not Picasso yet, but they're finding ways to win. He's talking about their offense, their rotations. Yeah, he has been enormous, Dylan Windler, an all-NBL talent so far to start the season. JLA's in MVP conversations, and I said on overtime, I think Christian Doolittle is going to be our Jimmy Butler. I really think he's just going to coast through the regular season, pick his moments, pick his matchups where he takes over, and then when the playoffs start, he's going to become this aggressive, offensive-minded beast and put Perth over the edge. But they've still got a lot to figure out when Sunday Dech comes back, when all these other pieces come back into the mix. How's their lineup look? They're the questions I have on the Wildcats, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, Damon, that's why you get paid the big bucks. The way you just said JLA's name, I don't think anyone's ever said the name. We always just say JLA.
Yeah.
JLA. But let's get into the Brisbane Bullets. What I'm most excited about is Lamar Patterson. He really showed old Lamar. Everyone's talking about how he looks like he's in better shape. I'm excited to see him play.
He's dropped some kilos in the offseason. He's stayed here. He's plied his trade. He's playing his 100th game, too, so congrats for that. But yeah, he had 17, 5-5 last game. Dude's a pro. Like, he just was out of the league, but the dude's a pro. So I'm not even, so he still got some bunnies on him, Pete. I'm not surprised at what he's doing. So tonight he's going to get extra opportunity. So I wouldn't be surprised if he put up similar numbers.
Yeah, he's 34 now, but he's not slowing down. His permanent residency papers are in, which means his citizenship's not too far away, but it technically is when you look at his age and where he's at in his career.
Well, let's get down to the team that's there in the building. Lockie Reed, Damian Martin, talk to us.
Ariana, great to have you. Hey, Ariana Prather, like probably the MVP of the night. Going to be hard for Casey, to be honest.
Mate, that's a tough household to be the shining star when you've got Ariana in there. So Casey's playing second fiddle, but I know how he feels. So I get to sit next to you every week.
I'm really excited about this game. It's an unusual concept, the Ignite Cup, but I like it.
Yeah, I think it's good for Brisbane walking into this one because you're catching a team off the back of a couple of wins. Now, that's a dangerous team. Maybe they're feeling a little bit complacent. Maybe they're feeling like they could just roll over this one. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's exciting times and a challenge for the crowd. We're going to monitor that throughout the night. Of course, it is not part of the membership for the Red Army, so they're going to fork out some cash. And look, I think we're expecting around 6,000, but at the moment, it's a little less than that.
Yeah, for an arena that that averages probably around the 11,000 mark each time the Wildcats come out to play. It's a quieter one. Obviously, it's midweek. It's Ignite. It falls outside. But it just means more bums on seats at home watching through the TV so they get to listen to your dulcet tones, Locke.
I'm sure they love that. Don't you worry about that. We are going to get stuck into this game. Very excited about it. The starting five coming up in just a few moments. As you mentioned, as you broke, Damo, Jalen Adams won't be part of the starting five. Had a few phone calls, have you, since then?
Yeah, for those who missed it, we did the cross at halftime of the first game tonight, and I thought I did it. 6 years into the media, I thought I'm finally breaking some news regarding Jalen Adams starting from the bench, some disciplinary issues. However, I believe he and Coach Stu Lash, they've sorted it out, but they're sending a message to the rest of the team. They'll be fine, but apparently the news broke about 4 hours ago.
Good starting five still for the Brisbane boys, and of course Duke is back in town, an NBA championship player, and back here in WA playing for the opponents, but good to see him in action, and I'm sure his family and friends are all around cheering on the Bullets tonight.
For sure, good to have a legend of the game from WA, homegrown. I'm sure he definitely has some fans. I think we've seen some of his head cutouts floating around already.
Yeah, only 2 WA boys have won championships from Perth.
Who are they?
Well, there's another one that might have won a few with a certain team. Luke Longley, be his name. Yeah.
Mate, I actually saw his properties on the market. So
I did. You're going to
real estate
All righty.
that is my
Guys, we're
dream
here to
house.
talk about basketball. Come on.
We are here to talk about basketball. We're going to get stuck into this game. Tough test for the Brisbane Bullets. Undermans. Few injuries. One player's departed. Are they up for the challenge? They'll get first touch of the ball, and the veteran in Patterson will get us underway. Looking down into Harrison, who's going to be an important player. It's a great matchup with Joe Luala-Chul. That one will just rattle around. Good start for the big man.
Yeah, talk about season form. He's playing so well, and he's looking so agile. Like we've spoken about, obviously he's the fittest he's been in a while, but he's going to be a big key for Brisbane, getting some points on the board early.
24 points in round one. Been a bit up and down for the season so far, but always a monster underneath the basket. Dante Russo-Nance. They allow him to shoot a fair bit. He's been a little off target up until now.
Yeah, look, they have been allowing him to shoot, but look at that re-screen there by JLA. You can't go under that many screens before it becomes a short mid-range jumper, and that's a good look for him.
Shoots again. Dukas, the ball in hand. Patterson again. Get himself into the key, taking on JLA and swatted it away. You would have played with Patterson. Lamar would have played against you?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to play against him when he first came out to the league.
He was a beast then, wasn't he?
I want to say he was first team All-NBL in his first season out here. He was so tough to guard because he's so strong, so any mismatch, he just took you off the dribble and finished at the ring, and a lot of N1s.
So 2 plays 2. The Ignite Cup, presented by Disney Plus. Bulls summed it up beautifully, so much on the line. A little bit of cash as well, which would be pretty handy. 60% of that 300 grand goes towards the players. Here's Joe Luala-Chul from outside. Shooting away, Harrison will gobble that one up.
The real reason Jesse Wagstaff's going around for season number 17, 300K. Great time.
Fell pass. And Casey Prather gets himself a couple of points.
That's a tough pass to make as a big man on a bounce pass to a moving target.
Mason Jones misses that one. Casey Prather is actually in career best form. Can you believe it? Started back in 2016, but he has never played better to start a season. 23 points a game. He looks in great nick. Here's Dukas again.
All-time favourite teammates in Casey Prather. You mentioned the form he's in right now. Well, he's been in that type of form when he's healthy, and we saw that when he was a Perth Wildcat a number of years ago. Incredible, the buy into the club, the buy into the culture of the Wildcats. He led from the front from day one. It's just great to see him still out there doing his thing.
You kind of saw that happening, though, towards the end of last year, the type of form that he was in, and it looks like he's just picked up exactly where he's left off. Like, he's in post-season form at the beginning of the season.
Had so many injuries, didn't he? So it was always going to take him a little bit of time just to get his stride back into the game, get himself back into good form, and he's exploded, no doubt about that. Career high 39 points for Casey Prather. That was as a Wildcat. 36 his best as a Bullet, but it's all about Harrelson at the moment, and that is unstoppable. Some burgers coming your way, though. Couple of misses. And picking is the words.
Mate, we just praised Dukas at the start of the game. WA boy, he's done that, or he's a shooter. I reckon he's done that in everyone in Geraldton, his hometown. He will be an absolutely beloved figure for the Burgers. Just got everyone.
A man of the people. People's MVP.
Here's Lamar again. That's far too easy. They're scoring at will at the moment, the Bullets. They've come to play, and they're leading by 6.
And it looks so simple, but that's what I was alluding to earlier. He's so strong that once he starts taking off the dribble, if you get on his hip, you can't stop him. He's just got so much upper body strength that he's going to get to the hoop. So
Nance won't get that one to go. JLA couldn't get in and off the board. Quick down the other end of the court. Zivas outside he goes. Prather into the corner. Dukas will shoot away. And this is an unbelievable start from the Bullets. They are leading 11-2, only 3 minutes into the game. Let's go back to the studio as we have a look at the Amy replay. And it's been, Ariana, a really good start for your boys' team.
That's right. There's been a lot of ball movement that the Bullets need to get their offense going. And we called the timeout, guys. This is the start that you want if you're a Bullets fan.
Damon, this is what I told you. Now, they have to obviously sustain this. They have to make it for the whole game. But
Damon, why is your face like
with your
that?
backs against the wall, you just have this confidence. They're shooting at 5 of 7. The Wildcats are a little tense. You can't tell me that Perth haven't come into this with this little seed thinking, hey, if we're at 50% of our best, we're going to beat the Bullets.
Remember you said 99.9%.
I'm flabbergasted right now. What the hell is going on?
I expected this.
Hey, look, Brisbane ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, it's only one way to go, and that's up for them. And obviously, Perth would come out a little bit lackadaisical, but it's a 40-minute game. So we'll
That's
see.
what I said. They've got to keep this up, but I'm not surprised to see them playing with a bit more looseness. And Perth, it is human nature. It is inevitable that as a player, when you see a team struggling, you have this little seed, tiny little seed. It might differ for players thinking, if we don't show up at our best, we should still win on talent alone. Now, there's a long game to go, but clearly they've started that way.
I think that's the greatness of the NBL. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That was good.
With the accent and everything.
I like Damon's jeans as well. Very casual. Not wanting to dress up a touch, Damo.
Casual Wednesdays.
Wednesday night
Ariana
basketball.
doing the movie references while she's at it.
Yeah.
Damon's given a 99.9% chance, only 1.1% chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Brisbane have gone with it. I got there in the end.
Here's Windler. Hasn't had a lot of it. Joan really is on the court now. Quick pass outside. A lot of ball movement, but not a lot of action, although Windler somehow found a little passage to the basket.
You know how hard it is to do a shot fake on your first step? Like to throw that up, get everyone up in the air, and then still have the balance and control to come back around. That is so underrated.
No surprise they get a score with Jaron really on the court. He's a plus 62 so far in his appearances so far in the NBL. Another shot will go up for the Bullets. Windler does like to eat up some basket, some rebounds. He gets that one, the pass inside. JLA gets another 2 back-to-back baskets for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the way he ran the floor just then looks like he'd just been yelled at the bench. Get on your bike, get down into the paint and go.
Here's Patterson. Trying to find Prather. He'll like this little matchup. Joe came a little late on that occasion. He gets it in off the boards. Here's Mason Jones. And he's drawn the foul. Dukas has a bit of a smile. I think he didn't do too much there.
Quick little smile, but he wasn't looking towards his coach saying, let's contest this. I think he knows there might be a little bit of a foul there.
On their handoff, you got to stop before contact.
Make sure you celebrate Indigenous round across rounds 6 and 7. Support your team this season and purchase their Indigenous jersey. There are some absolute rippers going around, available at the nblstore.com.au, or scan the QR code to check them all out. Have a look at them there. They are fantastic. I like Yellow Warriors, to be honest.
Is that just because it's the one that you see the most?
Yes.
Can you even see the ones behind there, Lo?
I've got my glasses on tonight, so good hands from Riley. Well done by Jones. Back out to Riley. To Jones. Needs to hit this for a bit of confidence. It's a little short. Still in the hands, though, of the Wildcats. On the break, though, is Prather. Can he get upstairs? Oh, and he missed it, Casey. He was out of court as it bounced back into his hands. Casey Prather missed the dunk.
Hey, look, I've never done a dunk in my life, but I can imagine that would be the worst feeling. Going up to yamming home and just have it rim out. Have you done a few dunks in your life, Dave?
No, there's 4. I'm sure we can find footage for across 11 years, so I won't be giving Casey an advice. That would be a rare miss.
No.
Hey, the Wildcats, though, credit to them off the back of that timeout. They've gone back to that 1-2-2 full court press that worked for them last time they were here at Perth and needed a bit of energy. It sparked it at the defensive end. It worked again for them there, even though they didn't get the look they wanted.
They look a bit more active at the moment as Joe Lawalachul scores a little spin-around hook shot. 3 points to margin. Here's Dukas. Quick shot away and in off the glass.
He's loving it here.
Shakes his head, but he'll take it.
Give the people burgers and Cole Bank at the same time.
He's got the 6 points to his name already. Really outside to Mason Jones. Looks to pass it out too little. In it goes. So the response has been good from the timeouts for the Perth Wildcats. John Riley's keen to have a look at this one, but the foul will go against Dylan Windler.
I thought the hands initially were clean on the steal, but I think afterwards they're saying that he pulled him in with his jersey.
Davis will sit down, so to Patterson. Prather to the line. We've already got our burgers for the Knights. He drops his first.
First look at Jalen Adams.
Yeah, Jalen Adams onto the court, so 6 points also for Casey Prather. Game high with Dukas. It's only early though, 5 points to margin. A little over 4 remaining in this first term. Here's Windler. JL has a bit of a fumble. Now to really sees an opening, confident enough to take it on. And he gets in a 2.
Oh, that's a scary shot to shoot over Harrison. Just a little bit of a kiss off the glass there. That's so tough.
Prather and Doolittle's going to be one heck of a matchup. Jalen Adams, the first touch. And that one misses for Harrison. Here's Jones. Harrison awaits for him. Now it's really from outside 3, getting a little confidence and shooting. Dukas did a good boxing out on that occasion to take the boards. Down the other end, right back at ya. Say the Bullets. And Murray gets a 3. And a turnover as well. Casey again, and that time goes in. A little chat to the crowd as well for Casey Prather.
Now that must feel a lot better.
It was never going to happen twice. There's no way that was going to miss.
Again, coming from someone who's never dunked in their life, I imagine that would feel heaps better.
Here it is on the Amy replay. Great little hands there from Casey, and off to the races he went, and that was emphatic from the great man.
Both teams are up and in the lanes, kind of forcing the other team to kind of go out of their actions.
Let's go back to the studio. Tangerine time out in the moment is really to Henschel. So the timeout wasn't called in the end. In the corner, it's Lat Mayer who shoots a 3. Comes onto the court, needs to do it when he does come on.
And Benny Henschel subbed in as well, so it'll be good to see what the Wildcats get from their youngster who's had limited minutes with the elevation of Jaron Riley.
Here's Prather again. Feeling it. That one just rolled around though. Still got 2.5 to go, and Brisbane sitting on 23. This is a really good start offensively. Henschel smashing.
Love that.
He needed that.
Love to see that though. We've said that he's not a player that lacks confidence, but the last couple of weeks he's kind of looked that way. So to see first touch of the game really putting up a shot like that, that's a good sign if you're a Perth Wildcats fan.
And didn't score last week. Just the 22 points up until this game in the 4 games so far this season. So it hasn't been the Ben Henschel that we got to know last year. So 2 points the margin. Little fight back here for the Perth Wildcats. Lat Main is feeling it. That doesn't go. Good rebound. Prather, somehow the landing was a bit awkward for Henschel. Murray's pass is good. Adams decides to get it back out and work it inside. They like that matchup. They've gone a couple of times really on Prather.
There's not a lot that you can do there. Like, if you're really Prather, that is creating so much space, almost forcing help to come in, but you don't want to because they're shooting the ball kind of well at the moment, so you're leaving him on an island. That's the Reed kid going back to the well, I guess.
Does he remember you, Casey Prather? Did he remember you when he walked past?
Oh, I have to put my hand up if I want to talk to him. I'm not allowed to make eye contact. There's those things that happen when one's a superstar and the other guy's got grey hair and sits on the sideline.
It's good to have him back in the competition. Radke on as well for the Brisbane Bullets. Here's Adams. Running after him is Riley. Quick little pass. He's better defense on this occasion. The shot was a long one, and well done. Aquera came from behind to haul it in. So the bench is getting some action at the moment for both teams, which is good to see.
Jack Purchase checking in there.
Jack Purchase, of course, playing for a couple of clubs so far. He was here in Perth about 3 years ago now. It doesn't feel that long as the score will count. And Lat May had called for the foul.
So I'm pretty sure it's Nigel Purchase's birthday today. I'm going to say shout out I could be completely wrong. I feel like I saw that on Instagram.
Talking about Sons of the Guns, we got Rillies, of course, for the Perth Wildcats. Then we got Bradke, who I said was on, but was actually Purchase. Sam McDaniel not playing, unfortunately, but obviously son of a gun, Wayne McDaniel. Nigel Purchase, Callum Dalton, Mark Dalton's son. That would be a pretty good five, wouldn't it? Be really McDaniel, Purchase, Dalton and Bradke.
And if they need a commentator for that game...
Yeah, we've got a Maley.
Hey, what do you mean commentate? I'd be subbing in. What are you talking about? Commentate, no way.
Into the corner.
Sub me in, coach.
No good from Aquera. Main receives it. Here's Henschel. Good hands from Murray. And a couple of steps on that occasion. They go to the bench, who works his way around. Couldn't make the basket in off the glass. Obviously recovering from that fractured larynx. Jesse Wagstaff copped a bit of a knock to the throat during training as we tick down towards quarter time here. And the Bullets can stretch this lead. Patterson against Aquera. Little floater a bit too firm, but still a good finish to the quarter for the Brisbane Bullets. They started on fire and they kept that momentum going at the moment at quarter time. They lead it by 5. An impressive start from the visitors. They're looking the goods at the moment, but still plenty of basketball to come here in Perth.
We have the second quarter soon to be underway. But first, I want to hear from you guys. Adjustments that Perth has to make.
I mean, they started to find their feet, but understanding that they're going to play confident, the Bullets. Alex Dukas knocked down a couple of threes. They're a bit loose. They're allowed to shoot a lot of shots they probably wouldn't normally, and that's what they want to see.
They need to get on the offensive glass. Right now, they're losing the rebounding count. They need to be more aggressive on the glass. Right now, Brisbane's playing with house money. So, yeah, Perth need to pick up the intensity.
And they need to pick up because, Damo, I heard that you lost a game of bumps during the week, and it's not ideal for you, my friend.
Tell me more, Damo.
Well, I mean, they only showed limited amount of footage. I was involved in a game of bump.
Who'd you play against?
One of my colleagues in real estate, actually.
Okay.
And I was feeling pretty good. But, yeah, in the end, I lost to a former West Coast Eagles player in Mark Hutchins, and they had the video to boot, and they decided to show it. So, yeah, no, it's been a rough day. I was hoping that never got brought up. So thank you very much, Halls. How's all those championships you got, mate?
There it is. There it is.
Oh, dear.
He was steaming. He was absolutely steaming.
Harrison off to Adams. Now with Patterson, pass inside. Quick hands from Adams. Harrison wasn't expecting it, but he's good enough to grab hold of it and put it in off the glass.
And so far since Jalen Adams has been in, he's been a willing distributor of the ball, but I want to see him to start to take over now. Brisbane are playing a really good brand of basketball, but if they're to see this out for the full 40 minutes, they need something from him when it comes to putting ball through the basket.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. We haven't seen a lot of aggression offensively every time he's touched it. Willing facilitator for sure, and maybe that was the conversation that was had during the week.
Firm on that shot for Patterson. So now Dante working his way to the keep. Pepper from the foul line, gave it back to Dante, and he shot a big basket. And Brisbane want to have a little bit of a chat about it as the Wildcats take the lead for the first time. 29-28, Tangerine timeout here in Perth. Hulls, where'd you see that video, and tell me more, how bad was the performance?
Look, I'm very scared to go with it again because Damo's going to trump me with no matter what I say.
No, you got a title anyway.
I do have one.
Doesn't matter how many, mate, it's just as long as you get one.
Well, it was more so the fact that everyone was getting stuck in that I took him. Did you see what happened? Damo he tried to break the news early, and we had to remind him that it had already broken. And I said, he took my cookies twice in the first quarter of my rookie season, so I've got to continue to get Damo back. He owes me a coffee too, Ariana from Perth.
Listen, it's never too late for get back.
Why were you dribbling the ball up the floor?
Well, I was just trying to make my way in, and Damon was like,
Damon, you should have seen my eyes light up, because what is it, fool me once, fool you, fool me twice, fool me. I was like, please, can we go again?
It was unbelievable. But this is the Perth Wildcats start for the second quarter we expected, right? Coming out, knocking down Rosalind Nance, knocking down some shots, and the Bullets, man, you got to get Casey back on the court.
Yeah, he's been over there too long. Hey, Anna Lee, John Briley said earlier that they're winning, but it's not Picasso. What kind of drawing or painting would you say this is at the moment?
Oh, God.
Pictionary drawing? What would you say?
It's a bit Pictionary. It's giving stick figure.
How old are your kids, Damo? How old are your kids?
9, 6, and 3.
Okay, the 3-year-old's drawing, I reckon. At the moment.
Yeah, pretty much that, David. Pretty much that.
And just for those that don't play basketball, there's a pass inside. Bad one. Ends up in the hands of the Wildcats. They're on a bit of a roll at the moment. For those not playing basketball, know much about basketball, bump. What is bump?
Oh, it's just a free throw shooting game, so anyone who actually watched me play free throws were never a strength of mine. But sadly, I actually lost because I missed a layup as well. No defence there.
Yep.
Now, that's a way to punish a full court press, but the Wildcats went back to it, successful the first time, but unfortunately gave up a layup, as we see there.
Stop the Cats' run, which is the good news for Bullets, as Winder loves it from out there. That one just rolled around. And the good news also is that Prather is back on the court. He's up against Doolittle. Two big boys going at it. Prather can't make it go, but it was helped in by Harrison again. So he's starting to be a presence. It's a good battle there, isn't it? JLA is on 7 points at the moment. And we look down and Harrison's on 10, so the matchup's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah.
This man coming off 30 points last week as well in Cairns.
I want to talk about really quick, JLA hasn't had a chance to get on the offensive glass yet because Tyrell has just boxed him out and kept him off the glass every single time. That's his main focus, to keep him away from the rim like that. I mean, yes, we're only in the second quarter, but it seems like a focus early on.
So 32-31 the score.
Stop for a second. Kenny, who's the fouler? Who's the fouler? Goal 24 is the fouler? Yeah.
So Harrison got that foul. JLA goes to the line.
That's his second. Harrison's second foul there.
Now this is where you're just running a play, rolling into JLA, seeing if you can draw that third foul before the end of the second quarter will force Tyrell to the bench.
2 for 2. Wildcats Jr. And back into the lead, the Perth Wildcats. As you said, Damo, we'd love to see this man just line it up for a little patch, just inspire his team. Dropped a bit of a whack by not starting in this game. Challenge now is to respond. At the moment in the hands of a couple of teammates. Now it's with Adams. Out wide he goes. Dukas forced it up. Tap back is good. Adams through he goes. Then passes it back out. Divas for 3. Smooth stroke. Love the look of that.
That's a facilitating foul. We're talking about Jalen Adams. Like, he still draws a lot of attention when he puts the ball on the floor. So he's finding people really well at the moment.
He's yet to have a shot attempt, which blows my mind. One of the best players in the league, yet to get a shot up, and we're 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Once again, Windler winds his way through the key, and that time draws the foul. And as Windler goes to the line, Supercoach is a lot of fun, so make sure you join in. It's back again, but as you know it, Beat the Coach, presented by Choice Hotels, a new weekly format designed for fast, accessible play. Beat the Coach in any round of the NBL26 season, and you'll receive an entry into the end of season $10,000 prize draw demo, including $5,000 cash and $5,000 Choice Hotels gift voucher. Every round you beat the coach earns you an additional entry, so make sure you join in. There's the codes as well. It was on the screen before. Join in and have a little bit of fun and win some prizes and win some cash.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind having Dylan Windler on your team as well. Damon Larry said earlier, he's a double-double machine. He just gets after every single rebound. If you're a kid, just watch the way that he does attack the defensive boards. He comes from every which angle to at least get. As Trevor would say, you've got to be in the kitchen if you want to get involved.
Coming off a 26-point game, Dylan Windler against Cairns. And it goes to Adams. And he's looking to facilitate at the moment, but JLA has Harrison covered, although they still are very keen to get it to him. 5 on the shot clock. The big man winds his way around the baseline for a 2.
Holy, talk about reach.
12 points, 5 rebounds already for the big fella.
We got some good bigs in this competition, and there he is again, bringing the ball down. Patterson, Adams, quick pass, but it's just a little short. Needed to be firmer. Prather would have been dunking a second one for the game. The handoff, nice. JLA finishes with a little finger roll.
And that's what happens when Harrison is on 2 fouls. He can't even contest that one. Try and make him think about a different shot.
Nearly a steal there for the Perth Wildcats. So we're sitting 37 apiece at the moment after a great start for Brisbane. Perth have fought their way back. Prather misses that one. Once again looking to Windler. JLA really keen to drop a 3-pointer. He's had a couple of attempts tonight. That one's short. Adams now has it. Not tempted to shoot on that occasion.
Or any occasion, it looks like.
Round the baseline, good play. They are spreading the court beautifully at the moment and looking the goods. Jalo Alachua wants a rest. He's absolutely knackered at the moment. He's running up and down the court against Harrison and finding life a little tough as Dante just throws that one up. Bit of sloppy play at the moment for Perth, and Brisbane need to make them pay, and they probably could. In the corner, another shot and another drop for the Brisbane Bullets. Divas is playing some good basketball.
He's playing good basketball, and so is Tyrell Harrison. He's absolutely killing it. We question whether he should stay out there with 2 fouls to his name, but it has not slowed him down whatsoever.
So Davis has got the 6 points. The Amy replay, here it is. Nice little stroke there, Annalie. You'd be happy with that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And you know what I love is he's been pushing the pace for the Bullets as well. Like the things that you're not seeing that are showing up on the stats here is the way that he pushes the ball.
That stroke a little like Pete Hooley's, do you think? Or?
Oh, it's beautiful. Textbook.
Textbook, yeah, exactly.
Well, to be fair, it is actually an old teammate of mine, played for Nunawading Inspectors, NBL1 a few years ago, so it's great to see him doing it on the biggest stage. He works really hard, tremendous young talent, but again, this is what happens. This is the silver lining of when a superstar's not living up to the expectations, not playing to what the level that is required in Jalen Adams, then it opens the door for a young fella to get the opportunity, and he's taken it.
Good on Tristan. I like what big Tyrell Harrison is doing, because he lost the battle of the pterodactyls last week against my man Wilt Chamberlain. But this particular game, he's getting the better of JLA.
I agree. I think there's nothing more satisfying than to see a big man that knows how to use his body, doesn't bring the ball down, and plays bully ball. That's what I want to see from my big man.
What kind of dinosaur would Damien Martin be, man?
No, don't get me in between you and Damon.
I'm just trying to think. One of those little squeaky ones that make
Damon, I want no parts of this.
Halls was a velociraptor and I was a T-Rex. I think there's some good times out there.
So talking about Harrison, he is dominating 12 points and he's got 6 rebounds so far. And with JLA sitting down, he'll have a bit of a rest as well, so good timing. His teammates need to back it up. Screen set from Aquera. Good work. He rolled off that screen and Mason Jones found him nicely.
That was a dime. Absolutely threaded the needle there. I mean, it was a great screen set there by Aquera that made his defensive man help, but the bounce pass was elite.
Here's Casey again, catch and shoots.
Beautiful execution out of that timeout, a double curl to set up the wide open Casey Prather, he does the rest.
2016-2017 championship player with the Perth Wildcats. His record actually back then as a Cat, he played 32 games, 27 wins, 5 losses over that time. Here at RAC Arena, of course. Hasn't had a win as a visitor just yet. Playing for United and playing for United as well in a very strong team. And the Bullets, of course, couldn't get the win last year. They had a bit of an ordinary one, but he played well last year. So he's looking for his first win as an opponent in RAC Arena, Casey Prather, and his team has started really well. 6 points the margin. Windler looking inside again. Aquera says, give it to me, and I'll send it home.
Energies, can do some great things that can create opportunities, and right now David Aquera has brought plenty of energy. He's playing hard. He's been rewarded with a couple of back-to-back baskets.
Here's Prather trying to draw the foul. He didn't need to draw the foul in the end. In off the glass he goes, and Casey has 15 points to his name.
So he does love playing against the Wildcats, we can tell you that much.
Here's Windler, tried to play for the foul. In the end, he got it. I don't think the first one was there when he threw his head back, but he might have got one a little later on. And Patterson called for that foul. He tried the Kansas City Whopper. Very nice. No, it is. It's very tasty.
It's good?
Yes, yes. Have one on the way home. Up through drive-through, Hungry Jack's.
Mate, I've got my free cheeseburger.
Yeah, come on. What do you mean?
I'm a cheapskate.
Well, you don't survive just on one cheeseburger, mate.
Oh.
Just look at me.
I didn't know that was the
food.
rules.
Fuel for the night.
Yeah, you're feeding your hair growth.
So back to a 4-point ball game. Davis has had a great start. Anderson.
The Wildcats are sitting in a 3-2 zone right now.
Haven't seen a lot of that, Annalie, in your time watching him in recent years, as Patterson just works his way in and just jumps over the top and shoots it nicely.
Didn't really work. Like, I mean, if you're in a zone, you're trying to keep them out of the paint, so letting them dribble in and get a jump shot that's that deep in the paint is probably not the desired outcome.
Here's Jones, bit of a sloppy pass in the end. Hands were there into the corner. Windler shooting away. Doolittle will be nice and strong under the hoop. Mason Jones settles the feet and rattles around, and off to the races goes Divas. In for a 2. Brisbane playing some fantastic basketball here in the West. They hold a really good advantage. 8 points the margin. As Mason Jones again comes off his hands and goes out of court. How have you seen Mason Jones? At the moment, just looks like there is absolutely no confidence on the shot, and even then driving to the basket, not a lot of control with the ball.
I love that he's trying to find ways to get involved in the game because his standard of basketball is much higher than what we've seen so far. He can play the game. We saw that in the pre-season. We've seen glimpses of it at times. It's just a case of can he play consistent basketball at the level we all know he's capable of, because he's better than what he showed so far.
It looks a real mental game for him at the moment. Good steal. Wildcats is fouled and nearly scored. Those long legs got him to the hoop and he just couldn't finish the play in the end.
A 7-footer who can get a steal, go off the dribble, and nearly go on N1 despite being fouled on the three-point line on a layup.
We have got a lot of good bigs, haven't we? I mean, we saw McGee a couple of weeks ago here in Perth. We've seen him throughout the season dominate. Big Joe's had a great start. Harrison's been good. Like, he's had some really good games and then some quiet ones.
And I feel like a couple of seasons ago we questioned whether there's a need for the 7-footer in the game, and that has completely changed. All of a sudden, I think this is as good as we've seen in any NBL season with the quality of centres.
And they're different types of centres as well, aren't they? Which is good to see. I just walked past before and Paul Rogers was sitting in the box. So there's a big centre that had an impact. MVP of the league many moons ago. And Smith will dish it out. Now into the hands of Murray, and they've got some nice shooters. Murray, Devers.
The ball movement has been incredible. Duke has hit a couple of threes.
So Murray's got himself 6 points as well. Here's Mason Jones. Good pass. Lat Mayan. That one shorts. And off the hoop it goes. The good news is for the Perth Wildcats, Sunday Detch will have a game on the weekend. Here's the Amy replay, and Murray shooting the three. But Sunday's coming back, had that calf injury. In fact, I think he had 2 calf injuries. So a delayed start to his season, but should play this weekend. Had the training sessions during the week. Here's Mason Jones, only 5 on the shot clock. Windler is very, very happy to get himself through the key.
Sliced and diced his way all the way to the hoop.
Still some work to do for Perth to try and trim this margin, but at the moment they are struggling big time in stopping these players, and that'll be a foul as well. Windler will be called for that one, I reckon.
Yeah, and credit Lamar Patterson, the amount of strength that he's shown early in this game, getting to the rack, drew some attention. Wildcats lost view of their players, and all of a sudden, nice little drop-off.
So a couple of shots from the line. Did a bit of research on Tane Murray, of course, born in Hong Kong he was. Wow. Bit of time in New Zealand, signed a 2-year deal, had 17 points earlier this season against the Jack Jumpers, so can certainly light it up. And he's having a good game so far tonight here in Perth. That one just misses though, fighting for it really. And Lat Mayan. It's a 9-point margin, a minute to play. Big surprise at the moment with the margin, but fully deserved as Windler's just doing what he wants at the moment. Lat Mayan shooting, can't make it go. A lot of shots from outside. They're relying on their 3-point shooting, which hasn't been good so far this season.
No, and they're 4 of 15 currently for this game for 26.7% from beyond the arc. But if you go back and watch that possession again, that actually came from Dylan Windler calling the play, and he called it for himself to be able to get the ball on the post. And I never had an issue of that. When someone was feeling the game, they were playing really well at the offensive end, and they want to play his run for them. So credit Windler, he's feeling pretty good out there.
Time ticking down towards half-time here in the West. Prather against Mayan. Spin move, superb. Could have been fouled, but in the end, it'll be a Cats ball and a chance maybe here to trim that margin a touch as really to Jones. Season opening. Wanted to dish it off, was off balance, but got some points.
Tough finish there. Bullets will slow this down for one shot. 14 seconds left on the shot clock and in the quarter.
Winding it down towards halftime here. 7-point leads for Brisbane and a foul straight away for Wildcats.
Smart foul. They've got plenty to give. Oh.
2 shots.
Go, 2 shots. Let's go.
Tell us about that. What did...
Now I feel silly because I said it was a smart foul, but they've clearly said this. So credit Jalen Adams. He must have seen that JLA was trying to foul him. He's picked up his dribble and gone into his shot.
Into a shot, so Adams goes to the line. That one rattles around, sort of sums up the night. As we said, he didn't start this game.
And that's his first shot of the game.
From the foul line. Got a couple of assists, though. 3 assists to the game. And he gets the second. So 5 seconds for the Cats to maybe score here. An 8-point margin as we close in on half-time. Really, will probably have to shoot it himself. You'd think the pressure is immense. He's under pressure, shooting away a little short. Fantastic first half to the visiting team. The Brisbane Bullets, sensational to get us underway. They're 56-48. And Casey Prather is leading the way with 15 points. Ariana, what are you feeding the man?
Well, I'm just glad that he made up for that dunk because that was crazy. Dunk. But guys, Bullets, 8-point lead. What are your breakdowns?
Not surprised, not surprised. What I get also not surprised
You're
about
not surprised.
is Jaron really is still in a positive plus-minus. He's still finding a way.
Now, Perth's defense is woeful right now, and if I'm John Rillie, I'm moving some furniture at halftime to wake these dudes up.
Well, let's pass it down to Anna Lee with Tyrell at halftime.
12 points, 5 rebounds. You've had a really, really good first half. How does it feel out there?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I feel like the ball's moving a bit for us, and we're trying to limit them to 1 shot, so cleaning up the defensive rebounds, and yeah, just trying to maintain the best we can.
And the matchup with you and JLA, talk to me about that.
I mean, it's always fun going up against other great bigs. You know, it's a challenge. I accept that challenge, and yeah, just can't wait for the second half.
And then, yeah, the focus going into the second half, like the rebounds you talked about, what are the other focuses that you guys will talk about?
Yeah, again, just trying to just one-on-one, just containing our matchups, taking that defensive assignment with pride, and then, yeah, just trying to execute offensively, keep the ball moving. That's when we look at our best.
All right, thank you. Best of luck.
Sure.
Great interview, Anna Lee. We'll break it all down more after this quick break.
You don't get to pick who you inspire, you know? If someone's inspired by you, it's your job to be able to hold yourself to a high standard and kind of show them the right way. A lot of kids in our community need guidance, and I've always said whoever needs anything from me, I'm very easy to find, and I'm always willing to help, whatever the help may be, whether it's conversation, basketball, life, whatever. I just want to be an outlet and help as much as I can. Growing up, there was never really anybody that was accessible for me to be able to look up to that was from South Sudan, that I could say, hey, like, I want to be where they're at, or I want to get advice from them. So being able to talk to these kids and be there for them, and yeah, I think, like I said, I just, whatever help they need, I'm willing to do for them.
I spoke to JLA after their big win in Cairns a week ago. He's so humble, so awesome, just a great person. Happy to see him doing so well this season. He has 12 points already tonight.
He's been terrific, and I know he really does speak well. He just wants to win another championship. But deep down, the confidence is there that he knows he's one of, if not the best big men in the league, because he continued to prove it. Everybody had that question, right? He signed the big contract. Perth finally got it. What JLA are we going to get? I would never doubted we were going to get such a superstar.
11, 3 blocks a game. Like, the dude stands on business. I like the way he carries himself, or just a professional. Just wrapped he's back in the league.
Let's look at some of his highlights.
There's plenty of them in this game. Again, there's some elite big men defenders in this league, but JLA, the way he goes about it, if you get mismatched switched onto him, he's too strong. If you can manage to be strong enough to bang the body with him, he's going to turn it around, put the ball on the floor like a guard. He's incredibly long as well. He can score in a variety of ways. I'm not sure there's anyone who can really limit his production. We've seen Will Magnay in the past have a really good battle with him, but outside of that, man, it's JLA as well. We're just living in it.
Yeah, I think Tyrell Harrison got him covered in strength. But as far as putting the ball on the floor, JLA can then bring you outside, cross you up, hesitate. One thing he hasn't done well so far this season is make threes. He ain't making 3 balls right now, but you know it's only a matter of time. But he's playing big minutes, because when he was playing for Melbourne United, he's playing like 22 to 25 minutes a game. Johnny really keeps him on the floor 30-plus minutes. He'll get his numbers.
Well, let's take a look at his opponent tonight, Tyrell Harrison. Let's see some of his highlights from that first half.
Yeah, Big Ty going to work. See, down low, Pete, on his left hand. Well, he is left-handed, but he can good passer. But no, he's staying in the game. That's what I like right here. Just taking right to the Mitsubishi logo. He gets down here, he uses his strength. Right now, he just puts his elbow into JLA's sternum, and he finishes. And as long as he don't get in foul trouble, which even though he picked up 2 fouls, it was good that Stu Lash left him on the floor to kind of play through it. He's improved his fitness, so now he's a better player than what he was last season. So I'm glad he's bouncing back.
He's coming off a couple of poor games for sure, but I want him to always remember that the way he's an NBA player. He's right there. He was right there with the Denver Nuggets if there wasn't some front office movement. So play like it. Play with the confidence of what we've seen the last 12 months. It's a good first half from him.
I was very surprised that he didn't get picked up by the Denver Nuggets, by the way, but the battle of the big men, it's my favorite. I don't like all the cute little guards. I want to see the battle of the big men.
She said little and she looked at you. She said little and she looked at you.
No,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We'll take a quick break.
and it's been a bright start to the Brisbane Bullets. 56 is their best first half performance of the season. They were looking good thanks to, well, a couple of men, but this man in particular, Casey Prather, Damien Martin.
He's been brilliant from the get-go. So they're using him in pin downs, they're using him in isolation plays. You see they're knocking down a three before we see him get some fast break points with a couple of nice dunks and a missed one as well. But he's the whole package, whether it's post moves, whether it's getting on the fast break, going off the dribble, knocking down threes. A great first half from their import.
And you're going okay if you're scoring 15 points, you're grabbing 4 boards and 3 assists against Christian Doolittle. That's sort of been the matchup. So the Blackmores shot chart there is Casey Prather, and he's looking really good in this game, but still has another half to play. There's Nick Natanui. Not a bad basketballer himself, just ask him. That's a few little slam dunks. I did say that that was the best first half by the Brisbane Bullets. Wildcats' three-point shooting is just a real problem at the moment. At the moment, they're shooting at, Annalie, 25%.
Yeah, it's not the best it's ever been. And the thing is they're getting open looks. Like, the looks are there. It's not like they're shooting heavily contested three-point shots. So it must be a confidence thing. It's like now that it's not going in, they're thinking about it not going in.
So coming into this game, they were sitting at 22.7% from the three-point line. That would actually be the worst ever recorded in NBL history. So if we finish the season now, that would be the worst ever three-point percentage.
Wow.
So what you're telling me tonight is an improvement at 25%.
Yeah,
4 of 16 from the field, while Brisbane are currently shooting 7 of 13 from beyond the arc.
So no team has ever finished the season below 25% from the three-point line. So
yes.
They've got some work to do. And is it, Annalie, is it just confidence, or is there
it must be
the ball in the wrong hands, maybe?
No, they've got the shooters. They have the talent. They have the shooters. So it's definitely, it's not that they can't do it. It has to be confidence. That's the only thing that I can think of. What do you think, Dan?
Well, I'm looking at the roster, and Winler, great three-point shooter. Doolittle can knock down the three. Jones can knock down the three.
Steal here, Doolittle. Going up with the double-hander, the doing it all.
Henshaw can knock down the three. Pepper can knock down the three. The Wagstaff, they obviously haven't so far this season, but I don't expect them to see out the year shooting, 22.5 as you rattled off your four line.
I don't think so.
So nice start from Perth. But they've done this early in the game. And Brisbane got back in charge. Harrison's been a key. Patterson looking to get aggressive. Little floater from Harrison won't go, but the boards are good once again from Brisbane. Prather settles himself, knocks down a three.
That's not the ball that you want. Like, that's not where you want the ball to fall. Sorry, out of a tip like that. They did a good job contesting it, but the tip off the rebound when you can't get a hand to it.
And that's a shocking pass as well, and a great intercept by Dukas. So 5-point play there for the Brisbane Bullets, and gee, they are looking the goods at the moment.
And that's 15-3 when it comes to fast break points in favour of Brisbane. They're getting some easy ones.
Good response from Mason Jones, though. Needs a couple more of those.
Maybe that's where that three-point percentage is raised. We know he can light it up from the three. It's just all about watching one go down.
Oh, my goodness me. Dukas again. That was long range.
That's in the Bunnings logo, I reckon.
No hesitation whatsoever.
So here's Jones again, trying to get aggressive. Talked a lot about getting his teammates involved, but I'm sure as an import he wants to get going. That's a nice block from 3 Bullets underneath the basket there.
Prather said, see ya. I'll take that.
He just works his way to the key. Wildcats fighting over each other. Here's Jones again, starting to feel confident, and if his stroke gets going, we saw what he did against the Japan team that was visiting.
I think maybe Dukas just went over on his ankle. He's looking a little bit ginger.
We'll keep an eye on that. After hitting a three, now he steps around and shoots again. That one doesn't go. On that occasion it is. Does look like he's struggling a touch. Hopefully he can just run it out.
No, you're injured, and then when a three-point shot presents itself, no longer injured, missed, back to being injured.
That's it. Here's Jones again for 3. Bang! 2 threes now for Mason Jones.
I wonder if we had a bit of a rocket given to him at half-time, because he's come out way more aggressively than we saw in the first half.
Got a spring in his step as well. So we did chat to him during the week, do a weekly little segment with him, and it was all about the team, and he's doing the right thing. But I think as an import, you need to get into double figures every game, as Harrison's just taken the mickey down on the post. They've got all the answers at the moment. It's a 10-point margin here for Brisbane.
Get it back to Mason Jones.
Yeah, just go to him for a little bit. The pass was off the leg of Lamar Patterson. Amy replay, steal from the do. And he went with the double hand. Do you like the double or the single?
Love it.
Oh, you like the double, do you?
Fan of any type of dunk, to be honest.
You're talking about the shooting Julie did earlier today. He loves a missed layup.
Here's Joe Luala-Chul. Here's Jones is really demanding the ball in this half. I reckon you're right, Damo. I reckon he copped a little spray and he said, I'm going to have a crack now. That one was off target. Prather. He's up to 18 at the moment. Good for a handoff. Decided to go to Patterson. Screen set for him. Now into the corner. Prather. That one was off targets.
Nice
a rare
pass.
blemish from him.
It's a nice pass.
Here's Jones again. Windler. He'd like that matchup, and that one rolled around. So 10 points still that margin. And a little reaching in foul there for the Wildcats. Stu Lash is enjoying himself tonight inside the arena. The foul went on Joe Luala-Chul. Lots of chat going on. Everything working at the moment for the Brisbane Bullets.
They've come in here with a really nice game plan. They're moving the ball excellently at the offensive end, and then defensively, they're trying to force the Wildcats into three-pointers.
And this man has been dominating. That one was a little firm off the glass, though. The Cats have really stepped up their tempo, especially offensively. Stolen out of the hands of Joe Luala-Chul. Got one on the wrist. He's had a bit of a wrist injury in this season. Here's Adams. Nice, easy layup. And the margin is out to 12, biggest in the game. And Joe Luala-Chul's sore at the moment. He might need to come off.
He's asking for a sub.
Here's Windler. Russo Nance, and there is an offensive foul on JLA. He was just keen to get off the court, but I reckon he's got about 3 fouls now, just looking along the line.
He's grimacing. I'm trying to see what the injury might be. It could be to the right wrist.
Yeah, it's his wrist.
So he has had his wrist taped at training sessions during the week in particular. And he does have 3 fouls to his name, so concerns there for the Perth Wildcats.
If I was Brisbane right now, I'd just be drawing up a play to get Tyrell the ball in the post.
Just go to him. Go to the big man. That's what they're going to do now.
NLE, you called for it.
Am I a coach?
Against Doolittle. Doolittle stands up against him. He got a hand on the ball and a little bit of the arm, but it still went in.
I was hoping that was going to work.
Probably should have been an M1 there as well.
Yes. So that'll be a concern for Perth now.
Yep.
Should I call the next play?
Well, I'll be going back to either that play or the Luke's action involving Casey.
2 points will count for Jones. He's pumped. He's scoring some points. That was strong work, drew the foul. And there's Joe on the sidelines, looking a little sore. So we'll keep you up to date with that, Joe Luala-Chul. He caught one at training during the week and has had it taped up. So maybe a bit of a pre-existing injury or soreness as Mason Jones misses the shot.
Nice. We have a thief.
Looks to pass it off. Windler looks to put it on the floor and slam it home. They need some energy in this building, Perth, because they're being blitzed at the moment. Brisbane have it by 10. Casey Prather. The pass inside, there'll be a foul.
That's just too easy at the other end. They should have been up and about after getting a stop, getting a nice big dunk from Windler. It should all have been about trying to get a stop again. Windler certainly gets up.
Two-handed slam.
So Casey goes to the line. He drops the first. Perth's defence so far this season has been very good up until now. Prior to this game, they hadn't allowed a team to score 43 points Well, more than 43 points at half-time, and they scored the 56 at the half. So that's a huge difference. So that's probably more their issue. But then again, Brisbane's played the better basketball and deserved it. Pass inside to Doolittle. Really. In he goes. Happy to take on the big boys and put it in with the left.
That was a mid-air switcheroo with the hands.
He's making his dad look average.
I was about to make a horrible comment and say, geez, they found one here, but all John had to do was look across the dining table.
He's got a steal here as well. So maybe some momentum here. Doolittle. This will get him going. Adams, though.
I want to see you say that to his face.
No, I won't be doing that.
No. You won't. I know you won't.
In the corner as well. This is off. That Main keeps it in play. Doolittle now to Jones. Will he take on the two? He's keen to. Puts it on the floor. He was under the pump. And I reckon they'll have a bit of a look at that one. So this is really good play.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
There's one a game from
Look at that. Look at the mop of hair go through the keyway and finish the basket.
It's always about the hair for you. It's always about the hair.
Well, when you got something like that, you may as well just flaunt it a little bit. Have a look at Dad. Oh, Dad struggles a touch.
Again, say it to his face. He's never going to do it.
Well, he had a go at me during the week, John, really. We were talking about Telethon, which is on this weekend. I think Telethon's on this weekend on some other channel. He asked me how long Telethon's been going, as though I've been around since Telethon started. I think Telethon started like in 1950. So how old does he bloody think I am?
So what you're telling me is, you've been around.
Yes. All right, let's focus on the game. 72-64. Cats are making a little charge now.
Last one on Telethon before we move on, because that's what tonight's in honour of as well for this game.
Some money.
Greg Hire, former Wildcats teammate, he's actually riding a bike non-stop for 8 hours to raise some money as well. So good on you, Greg.
Man. He is a great man, Greg Hire. As that one won't go. There's going to be a foul underneath. Mason Jones is doing his own refereeing at the moment.
18 hooks first. Red 18? No, gold 18.
So the foul will be on Smith Milner.
Foul gold 18.
The big man will get the foul called on him. Loves a bit of a chat, Mason Jones, doesn't he?
I was enjoying that little bit of banter between him and the referee.
Certified yapper.
He's got 14 points to his name. (72-64) the score. Here's Windler, been terrific. Got the 12 to his name. Doolittle looking to hand it off to the hot hands. Jones under pressure. Oh, stolen out of his hands. That was brilliant from Adams. On the charge now. Passes it off. Dukas tucks it under the arm. Quick ball movement. Put it back into the hands of this man. Been dominant. Wants to take on Jones, shooting away. Oh, my dear me. That is ridiculous from Casey Prather.
Whoever's defending him should not be on an island like that. Casey Prather Island is not a fun time if you're a Wildcat right now.
So Whitler has it stolen again. 2 straight steals for Jalen Adams. And then attacking it nicely is Murray and scoring the 2. A little bit of back chat too with Mason Jones. Things just revving up a touch. 13 points to margin. What a response from Brisbane. Jones in trouble. And the reaching in foul from Smith Milner will be called.
And it's a weird thing to say because Jalen Adams has had back-to-back steals. He made the right decision 2-on-1. As we see it on the Amy replay, back-to-back steals from Jalen Adams. 2-on-1 in the fast break. He gives it up to the open man, results in 2 points. So tick, tick, tick. But the reality is Jalen Adams still does not have a field goal attempt. He's attempted a couple of free throws, and that is it. And I always used to say to guys like Bryce Cotton and Casey Prather, Jermaine Bill, incredible scorers I was fortunate enough to play against. I don't mind if they put up 3, 4, poor attempts early in the game because I want the ball in the hand come the fourth quarter. If this game becomes close, I'm still giving the ball to Jalen Adams, but he has not had a shot attempt. How's he feeling about a game-winning shot if he's in that scenario?
He's really sending it towards the basket. And that one won't go. So 5 assists from Jalen Adams. He's just got the 1 point to his name from the foul line as Harrison comes back onto the court. The good news is that Joe Lawala-Chul is back on because Perth desperately need him at the moment. They're trailing by 13 points.
But he's got that wrist tape, so that's what the injury was.
He's aggressive and drawing the foul as well. It's been incredible by Brisbane, hasn't this? I mean, Perth has come at them a couple of times, but they've stood up to the challenge. The Hungry Jacks NBL Ignite Cup is turning up the heat with Ignite the Fuse every Wednesday. 11 exclusive offers will drop, but you better jump on quick as they'll only be live for 24 hours. Joe Lawala-Chul gets the first. Tickets, merch, discount offers. You never know what's coming next. Scan the QR code and unlock this week's offers. Don't miss out. As Joe's second shot just drops in. So 1:50 remaining. No team this season has lost after scoring 55 or more in the first half, so that's promising signs for Brisbane. But this team in front of their hometown fans can get on a bit of a roll, and Joe is really aggressive. He did the Harrison move, didn't he? Harrison did that in the first half, and Joe says, take that. I'm having a crack from the baseline.
Quick little rip and go, up and under.
9 points to margin. Perth need a steal here.
I'd love to see Lamar Patterson be a bit more aggressive when he does have the ball. He's kind of taken a bit of a back seat in this second half.
Nearly grabbed hold of that one, and it's a goal ball, so it'll be Brisbane Bullets ball. John really wants to review it, but it'll be a hard one to turn over. Joe's having a chat just to give the video guy a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
It's a good ploy. Minute to go before three-quarter time. Adams against Dante, passing inside, great option, and the 2 points will count as well. That's almost unstoppable down there. Joe underneath, Henschel must shoot this one, he does. Good outlet pass too.
Yeah, some great ball movement by both teams.
That three-point percentage for Perth has gone up to 31.8.
Oh, well, they're fine. And there's a foul on Joe, so that'll be number 4 for Joe Lawala-Chul.
Line up, guys. Let's go, goal. 2 times, guys, let's go. Here we go.
So Harrison has been dominating this game. He's got the 18 points and 11 rebounds, got the double-double already, and he's got his opponent on 4 fouls.
Yeah. And kept him to just 2 rebounds.
2 rebounds. Big Joe's got 16 points, but you're right.
Yeah. It's the rebounds. Keeping off the glass. All of his points have been really hard work.
The big man struggled first up from the foul line. They drop it in the second time. And Lawala-Chul Jr. will sit down. Wagstaff will come on. And Jesse will have to take on Tyrell. Good luck. Because he's smoking it right now.
Yeah, come on, run a play for him. You'd have to.
He's giving up some height as well.
Yeah, Jesse, as Wagstaff, I'll give you a bit of a stat on him in a moment as Henschel catches, shoots, doesn't make it go. Chance here for the Bullets on the outlet, 9 points to margin. Pass to Adams and he'll chew up a little bit of time. 1 second differential on the shot clock and game clock. They'll go inside, you'd have to think. Wagstaff really physical on the post. Dukas strong as ever. That one can't go. Jesse did really well to just keep Harrison out. Windler had the crack from three-quarter court, but didn't make it go. Once again, the Bullets taking on the challenge and leading the way. The score is 80-71. Casey Prather been absolutely dominant. He's got 25 points, and Harrison as well has been smoking at 19. He's got a double-double here in Perth. It is a 9-point margin.
Well, before we get into the fourth quarter action, guys, I want to hear your breakdown before we head into the final quarter of the game. Perth Wildcats down by 9. Damon, you said 99% chance, so I'm going to go back to you.
I didn't realize Perth was going to come out with a bad attitude. They're trying to turn it around, but the game don't work that way. Right now, it would be a bad loss if Brisbane loses this game.
Good start there from Dante Russell-Nance. I was using that three-quarter time break to watch that finish from Jaron, really?
Damon, it's been a long time since I've seen an offensively talented lefty point guard from Perth. A long, long time.
Well, this is definitely dangerous territory. The Brisbane Bullets cannot put their foot off the gas. Let's get back to the crew inside the arena.
Good on you, Ariana.
Quick shout out to Kevin Lish, NBL MVP, left-handed point guard for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
He was a two-man, mate. He was a two-man.
Bulls just has the gun loaded. He's just firing shots at everyone.
Bulls doesn't like you. What's going on there?
The Nullarball's not that big. Nullarball's not that big. I'm happy to go to Melbourne.
Oh, in the corner, Dukas. My goodness me, this kid is talented. And he is loving his time back here in the West. He's got 14 points to his name. 57% from the three-point line as Wagstaff shoots away. Dukas also hauls in a big rebound as well.
Massive pickup by Brisbane to be able to get his signature. Stu Lash, the head coach, he's been big on him. Followed his career at St Mary's College and then goes on to win the championship with OKC. But when he became available, I know Stu Lash was all over him, and to sign him to a multi-year deal, absolutely wonderful, not only for the Bullets, but for the NBL.
And the Bullets have had these boys coming off the bench just chalking up the points, haven't they? We've seen Divas score some points. We've seen Murray also, and here's a steal. They're in trouble here, Perth, although a steal after a steal from the same players. Unusual. Wagstaff to put it on the floor. The pass inside and foul on Lat Mayan.
Great little drive and drop off there by Wagstaff, but you said you're going to have a fun fact for him regarding Jesse.
Yes, Jesse Wagstaff. So he is, I've written it down somewhere, mate.
Number 24, 17th
just
season
sort of
league.
go prepare yourself.
Some time for him.
Yeah, thank you very much. Keep talking.
He's got a nice little armband that I laugh at every time.
Yeah,
So
you want to know who else wears number 24?
I do know, I believe.
Oh, God, you want to tell me?
Anyway, I believe he's 39 years of age. Would that be right, Jesse?
Yep.
39 years of age and 9 months. One more month and he'll become the oldest ever to play for the Perth Wildcats. Who would be the oldest that ever played for the Perth Wildcats?
Well, I believe in his 21st. No, because he went and finished in New Zealand. And he's going to say Tony Ronaldson. I had teammates in Martin Canalidi and obviously Paul Rogers.
Go further back. Legends.
Cow?
Not that far. Well, sort of around that time. He played with Cal. He was from Alabama.
Oh, Jason, the Alabama Slammer.
Yes. As the shot doesn't go up, so Jess will take over that mantle. Not sure it's one you'd be proud of, but the fact that he's still going around at that age is really impressive. And still having an impact, Jesse, is Doolittle was strong, and an offensive foul on Jesse Wagstaff. On Christian Doolittle. Hit him in the head.
I feel like I owe about 3 former teammates apologies for throwing them all under the bus for being old when I played alongside them, only to still get the answer incorrect.
You're old. You're old. Yeah, you're going to get some text
I had a lot of
messages.
teammates think that about me as well, so I know how they feel.
10 points. Can Brisbane hold on? They deserve the leads. Deserve to hold on. Patterson. It'll be a Wildcats ball. No, overrules. Oh, and there's a foul. So the foul will be called on Dante Russell-Nance. And John Riley's head could explode in a moment.
It's very delayed. As long as it's the right call, I don't mind. But I think the delay in getting to it is what has got JR frustrated.
So still Brisbane's ball. Here's Prather up against Doolittle. Strong work from Patterson. He knows his matchup is a little smaller. Pass inside. Nice. Brilliant. And there'll be a foul as well.
That's nice.
Bullets are firing all shots right now. And that margin is getting bigger and bigger.
The feed, you had to double in. Then you have Harrison just ducked right in under the help defender who was late to rotate. Look at this. He gets a the low side and a nice little feed. right below the lowest defender.
At the moment, it is a 12-point margin here in Perth. Ignite Cup action, Disney Plus looking after us. So this is intriguing at the moment. 12 points, the margin 87-75. A check of the score is 25 points for Casey Prather. Harrison has 21. He's also hauled in a fair few boards. He's got the 12 at the moment. And for the Perth Wildcats, there's Joe Luala-Chul with 16 points, 14 to Mason Jones and 12 to Dylan Windler. Christian Doolittle had 4 last week and just got the 7 on this occasion. He's struggling at the moment.
He's struggling, but it's not like he's turning down looks. I just don't see him getting the rock in his hand. So he has the ability to go and create, as we see some legends of the game. A teammate of yours right now, Annalise, out there on the floor.
Yeah, Amy Atwell. She's been practicing all week to get this half-court shot.
Sean Redditch and Mark Catalini make up the 3 players on the floor. Half-court shot, unsuccessful.
Do you reckon they would take a video?
So here we go. 7:40 remaining, still some time. And the Volk is in the house too. Oh, so nick that. He's got some important friends sitting in the corporate box. They need a bit of Volk, don't they? The Perth Wildcats
that is not a guy you want to mess with. They could use him out on the floor, that's for sure.
12 points, but Harrison goes to the line.
He might be the only man that can stop Harrison.
Can't be understated, this performance by Brisbane, with the amount of injuries and troubles they've had in recent weeks. You know, losing Mitch Norton early, Sam McDaniel as well. Then they lost their import as they keep it in play. Patterson really aggressive. Joe's up there. He's got the 4 fouls. Doesn't matter as Prather finishes off the play. He's heading for a 30-piece.
You know how hard it is to get the rebound of your own missed free throw when it's outside of the 3-point line? That was just grit and wanting it more. Like, if I was the Perth coaching staff, I would be ripping my players right now. That is crazy.
Here's Windler. Slowed down a touch in this second half. And there's a reach in there. Dukas wants to review that one. He reckons he got all ball. He's been called for the foul.
Well, there's an unstated category called takes no skill, and right now Brisbane are winning that. Right now, all those little effort plays, you mentioned the word grit, they're winning that as well. They just want it more often.
So Damon does talk the truth a lot. Okay? Damon Lowry, very, very honest man. He's straight up front. He thinks that they've been taking the mickey. I'm going to go to him in just a second. But it looks like Perth came into this game underselling this contest.
Yeah, kind of like how Damon undersold the Azerbaijani dogs when he went for his run the other day. Why don't you ask him about that?
What's that?
Ask him about that.
You ask him about that.
Yeah, what
Is he listening in now? Are you listening in now, Damon?
Damon.
No, he's not listening to us. He's gone.
Do you guys not see his...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's clear. No?
So this is what we're reviewing at the moment. Now, Stukas was very confident that they got all ball.
Oh, I think
they might win this challenge. Yeah.
They've got it. That is all ball.
Hit the ball and then came off the knee. So trust the man from WA.
Good, honest Geraldton boy.
Good, honest Geraldton. And I think the challenge will be successful, Damien Martin. So everything going the way of the Brisbane Bullets. And at the moment, 14-point margin, very hard to see Perth getting on a roll. They haven't been able to do it all game. String points together.
For the Brisbane Bullets on the bus trip home, they won't be turning left because so far everything tonight has been right.
Okay. You're just as bad as Locke. Never thought the day would come.
Nothing much.
I do like that.
You guys are morphing into the same person.
I wasn't sure where you were going.
You're going to come next week with no hair.
They do fly, mate. You know that. That's where I was sitting up to the
airport. They're going to
drive. Righto then. Here we go. Can the Cats storm back, or is it going to be Brisbane's night? Pass inside. Luala-Chul. Off target. It was a rush shot. Outlet good. Prather has been able to do everything. Dukas, he's really been terrific. That one won't go. It'll be tapped in, though. This score is massive now.
23 and 14 for Harrison.
Jones inside the key comes. Windler. shoots away. Big rebound, Casey Prather.
Harrison has 7 offensive rebounds. 7.
He's just too big and strong as Dukas fires away in the corner. You allow him that. He's been terrific. Jones had 10 points in that third term. Windler spinning around, then losing control of the ball. Jones will be unsportsmanlike foul called on Jones. He's had a game high tonight.
Yeah, he's been great.
Good.
He's been great. I love what he's been giving.
10 points to his name with a couple of freebies coming up as well.
So we'll have a look on the Amy replay.
No. Wait. The shooter is gold. Yeah, gold fixes the shooter. Gold fixes the shooter.
So saying he grabbed his waist. John really saying, did he not play the ball?
I don't think it matters. It's a clear path foul, so it doesn't matter if he made a play at the ball or not. If it's a foul and there's no one between him and the basket, it's an unsportsmanlike.
Simple.
Simples. I listen to the refs sometimes.
Do they listen to you?
Nah.
Your coach doesn't?
Nah.
He doesn't trust you on the old reviews?
No. Ryan would never let me do a review.
So this has been so good. We're nearly talking 20 points here.
And you mentioned the players that Brisbane are missing right now. I know Mitch Norton will be tuning in from home. That's their skipper, that's their leader. They're only going to get better when these guys return to the floor, but this could be the turning point for their season tonight.
So here we go, 6 remaining. Pass inside again. Patterson. Blocks by Big Joe. And it'll still be a Brisbane ball. Still taking him on defensively. As we said, he's sitting on the 4 fouls, Joe, but I suppose it's make or break now.
Oh, nice.
There's an easy basket once again. There's been a fair few of those.
You know, my coach once said to me, shout out Ryan, you should never score on an out-of-bounds play. It's 5-on-4. It's 5-on-4. Why are they scoring?
Here's Jones in the corner. Splashes one. Had a pretty good game. Starting to at least get on the scoreboard. He's leading his team with 17. Patterson. Doolittle's the one that's been really struggling. I know he does a lot of defensive stuff. The outlet good to Jalawala Chul. Wants to take on Harrison. Now back out to Jones. Must shoot this one. Rattled around. And there's a bit of holding going on. And Jaron Riley's called for that. So here it is here. Just watch to the left-hand side. Prather and Riley.
And they're in the bonus as well, so they're going to walk to the other end of the floor. Casey will shoot 2 more. This could potentially get him up to 29 if he knocks down.
Hey, Emily, how's your season? When's it start?
This weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Who have you got?
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yeah,
Are you ready to go, Laurie?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always ready.
How about your big recruit as well?
I know. You know, she's almost 7 foot tall.
Yes.
Giant.
It'll be exciting to see her in action, of course, Saturday, 18th of October. The WNBL season starts at John Cain Arena. Opals captain Carla George will light up the court in Flyers colours. So we look forward to seeing all the action. Make sure you get your tickets, support the girls. It's going to be a sensational season. WNBL.com.au. Emily Maley will get one game where she'll have 30 rebounds.
Yeah.
What's the personal record again?
32.
35 this season. She'll get a career high this season. Actually, you won't, because Han Zhu will probably take them.
Yeah, for sure.
You won't even get a chance to
No, she'll already pull them down before I'm on my way in.
Here's Mason Jones. He knows how to draw a foul, and he loves a little chat as well.
He just got a tech foul.
He just got a tech foul. So a tech foul afterwards. The basket will score.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't mind Mason showing a bit of passion. I don't know what he said. If he swore right in front of the ref, it's a no-brainer, but I want to see him play with some passion, a bit of aggro.
Time to score.
There's still 5 minutes to go. This is still a ball game. I don't know. I don't like that one.
So he's got the 3 fouls. He had the unsportsmanlike as well. So a shot here, and then I think the Cats will also get a shot as well.
John. So he has a technical foul.
He's going to be out.
So I think he might be.
Sportsmanlike and attack.
Thank you.
What did he do? I didn't see. I was trailing the play, so I didn't see.
No, he just stood up.
So he will be escorted out with the unsportsmanlike and also the tech foul.
Yeah. So you're saying you didn't like it, like...
No, insofar as I think that should be play on. You know, I'm not saying that you should always disrespect a player, but I know that he would have felt a player land on his feet, and you could hear it there in the commentary. He believes there's a bit of trash talk going back and forth between two players.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Now, I didn't hear what he said. If there was swearing involved right in front of the referee, that's a hard case to make.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like he's got 19 points. He's pretty key.
He scored 15 in this second half. He had 4 to half time. He's been probably the only scoring avenue consistently for the Wildcats, and now he's out of the game, which is a bit disappointing for the Cats. They need to find another avenue. And as I said, Christian Doolittle, 7 points in this game, and defending his butt off. He's had the 6 assists.
It's only the 4 field goal attempts.
Yeah, and he only had the 4 points in his last game against Cairns, I think it was.
He's playing a lot of facilitating roles, though. Like you see, he's setting up a lot of the plays. So a lot of responsibility there to be, you know, defending the best player as well as having a lot of responsibility offensively.
So still a 17-point ball game. Needing a miracle now. The Cats, a little steal would have been good for them there. But Brisbane continue to play like big boys. Liking the look of this performance as Harrison charges to the key, and Prather, he is just unbelievable. He's got 32 now, Damien Martin.
He's just a superstar. He's a fine wine. What a display by the former Wildcat.
He'll get his first win, you would have to think, as an opponent in this arena. Dukas will miss that one. He's trying to draw the foul instead of just scoring the points into the corner. Doolittle must go if there any chance. Can't make it go through the legs. Good handles, though. Joe Luala-Chul. Pepper scores the 3. Big Joe.
Between the legs, you like that,
There's a little bit of choreography about him.
A little bit of sauce.
Back to 16, maybe life in the game. As we said, everything has to go perfect because this man has been perfect. The pass inside cut off. He's on the break, Joe. Got a trailer, though. Decides, I'm going all the way, and he'll draw the foul. So 4 remaining. Does Stu Lash need to talk to his team right now, or are you happy with this margin and how things are going?
Well, I just hope that while they're in this huddle, they're preparing themselves for a potential full-court press that we saw earlier in the game. We've seen in weeks gone by the Wildcats, because you don't want to give up a turnover and an easy one as well to continue that momentum in favour of Perth.
I think we might have a tangerine timeout for Stu Lash. Just wants to have a bit of a chat. The margin's at a reasonable level. We might head back to the studio. What do you reckon, guys? It's 16 points at the moment. Any chance with 4 remaining?
Nope, game's over. Where'd you guys park your cars? Well done to Brisbane. Perth came out with the wrong attitude. Brisbane thoroughly deserves this win. They've done everything right. Even the younger guys, I really like Dukas comes on, Pete Devers comes on. These guys said, hey, we put our shoes on one foot at a time and put our pants on one leg at a time like you guys.
I tried to warn you. I did try to warn you off the top that the Brisbane Bullets, they can come out with their backs against the wall. But how's this? The last 5 games that Casey Prather's played against Perth, he's averaged 23 points, 51% from the field, 52% from 3. The last 3 games, including this one, 31, 32, and 32 still going. He loves playing against the Wildcats, and he's feeling pretty good.
I think Damon made a good point at the beginning of the game, too. It's hard to win a game when you don't win the rebounding battle. The Bullets have also won that tonight. But 4 minutes left to go. I never feel easy. You guys are telling me to relax. I never feel easy. You never know what's going to happen. You never know.
I mean, the Wildcats have Pepper on. They got all their youngsters. They're putting the pressure on. They're going to take a lot of threes. Mason Jones is the one ticking the scoreboard over, and now he's done for the game.
Good night.
Well, there you go. Damon says it's over. We might as well go home.
He was definitive. He threw the question to him. Is there any chance left for the Wildcats?
Nope. He's an honest man. 16 points to margin. Big Joe to the line. for a couple of shots. And his opponent, Tyrell Harrison, has been superb as well. 23 points, 14 rebounds, 7 offensive boards. Just the 4th time in his career he's had 20 points, 10 rebounds in the same game. And his team's never lost when he does that. So he leads by example, the big man. We know his potential. And he's lived up to that tonight here in Perth in a big boil over. Doolittle nearly steals it. Seconds ticking down. Pressure was immense from Perth, didn't cause the turnover though. Double team comes, really will steal it. On the break to Doolittle, doesn't go really. He was off pressure, he didn't need to shoot away. Doolittle gets blocked, Tyrell does a really good job. And it'll be a Brisbane ball. What about the big man's presence? Just underneath the basket, he forced a rash shot from Riley and then caused the big block as well.
He is doing it all. Both ends of the floor. He and Casey Prather have put the team on their back and been sensational tonight.
They've earned their cash tonight. He's in a little bit of trouble now, just gets the pass away. Davis at a career high, pass into the corner, splash it goes, emphatic victory.
Listen,
here from Brisbane.
That was pick your poison. He had the lane to go down and shoot a layup, he had a dump off pass to Harrison, or he had the corner 3. Like that was drawn up to a T, that had tap play.
And they put on this display without their superstar recruit in the offseason in Jalen Adams attempting a field goal.
Yeah.
Hasn't even got one up. He shot a couple of free throws and that is it.
Tristan Davis, 14 points. Murray, 12 points. Dukas, 14 points. Then you've got your 2 stars, and this man's going to score another 2. Defensively, they have been destroyed, the Perth Wildcats. They can't handle the pressure on the defensive ends. Another shot goes up, but it's just rush stuff now. So 105-86 is the score. So, as you said, Damo, Adams tonight 6 assists without taking a shot. Do you know who the last player in the NBL to have something like that? So, you know, 5, 6, 7 assists and not take a shot.
Does it sound like Lamian Darton?
It certainly does. 9 assists, no shots against the Hawks back in 2018. What, couldn't be bothered throwing one up, Damo? Or?
Oh, look, that's very kind of you, but we know some weaknesses I have. Dishing it off to better shooters was almost always a better option.
Oh, dear. Casey Prather goes to the line.
33.
So the winner of this Ignite Cup gets $300,000. 60% goes to the players themselves. Do you feel like Ariana's sitting back in the studio spending a little bit of that cash
last time
now?
we crossed to her, I could have sworn she was doing some online shopping.
Yeah, as she should.
Yeah.
As is her right.
She has
Get off her back.
She's bought a Versace bag. One of the good bags. One of the good.
I don't know. You look at me. I have no idea.
Well, she's bought one anyway, online already.
One of the good ones. As she should. Get 3 of them.
Get 3.
Maybe 4.
Get one for us as well. Damo needs a handbag. Here's Aguera. Tried to go into the corner. Another steal.
It looked nice with the Rodex I bought watch in Bali.
Oh, the Bali Rolex.
Rodex.
Oh,
yeah.
Rodex, obviously.
Patterson has it. Brisbane fans will be wrapped in this performance. Been a tough start to the season and a tough week as well. Nothing better than a little crisis talk and then come out and put on a show like this. He's just far too tall, too
Somebody
good.
Stop him. Somebody stop him.
27 and 15. What a performance. Good luck picking between he and Casey for best for the MVP tonight. But do they just clear him? Do you want to get him off the floor? They got a doubleheader this week, this round. It's probably time to get him off.
Yeah, right?
We've got a couple of changes for both teams. Bradkey comes on. Here's the Amy replay. And it's good play from Aguera. And once again, the hands from Harrison, absolutely superb.
You see Bradkey and Dalton subbing in. You mentioned the great names.
Oh, look at this. Father-son combination. Dalton's out there.
Jensen Bradkey.
So Rivers has it now, inside the key. Looked to pass off. He thought I might go the other option. In the end, the basket won't go. So Brisbane headed for their biggest win at ROC Arena. This is the Henschel shot for Amy, who's looking after us throughout the season with the replays, and Benny Henschel gets some handy ones. So the last time Brisbane won, their biggest margin was 15 points back in 2016. And of course, I mentioned Johnson Brakey, he is making his debut tonight, stepping onto the court.
Got a hell of a future coming up. Had a great NBL 1 season. Obviously got some good pedigree with Mark being his dad. But he will be in this league for a long, long time, and we'll be talking about him in the limelight, doing some great things.
Here's Aquera. Hoofner as well, getting some runs. Looking forward to seeing him in action over many years to come. So Nance looking inside to Aquera. Had a good little patch earlier in the game, and he slots in a 2. Smith-Milner will come on as well. And I tell you what, there's a lot of smiling faces on the Brisbane bench right now. All the stars sit and just soak up this win. It's their best for quite some time, you'd have to think. Undermanned, and they come to Perth and knock off the Wildcats, who are on a 3-game winning streak. Pass inside will be cut off. Aquera will settle for a 3, doesn't mind shooting. The tip-in doesn't go for the Cats. And Brisbane should just run this out. They might have some more points up their sleeve, as that one's just a little firm from Purchase, and it's still a Brisbane ball. 19 points is the margin. And a little bit of pressure comes off everyone at Brisbane, doesn't it? I mean, they've been under the pump. The coach would have been feeling it. Here's Purchase shooting away, rattles around.
Yeah, it makes that long flight back tomorrow feel that a little bit better as they prepare for their double-header this round, but they'll be going into it full of confidence.
And the good news is that any team can beat any team. It's proven it tonight. Here's Murray, been terrific.
Here we go. First points in the league.
Passing, Brad Key. Doesn't make it go. Had a real good chance then.
6'11", can stretch, can shoot the 3.
And Hoofner will score on his debut, but it's all about Brisbane tonight. A big boil over in Perth, and the Bullets have put on a magnificent performance, 110-93, and they've been led by the superstar in Casey Prather. 34 points to Casey Prather and 10 rebounds, and Tyrell Harrison 27 and 15. What a performance. Also a couple of block shots as well. Casey Prather will be our Foot Locker player of the game. No surprise there. Look at that stats.
No surprise, but when you have 34 and 10, you think it'd be clear cut. And there would have been some conversations around Tyrell as well.
Well, there you go. Casey Prather is the Foot Locker. So not only can Ariana spend up big with the Ignite Cup money, she can also take the Foot Locker and get a nice pair of shoes as well, Ariana. You are in for a real treat.
Wow, you read my mind. How did you know? How did you know? Because actually, I will. Listen, I'm not a I told you so type of person, Damon, so I'm just going to go on over to Pete Hools. Tell me, what was the breakdown for the Perth Wildcats tonight?
I mean, defensively, just not up to the standard, not even close. I mentioned it, I know Damon didn't believe it as he just chows down on the popcorn to end this night of the Ignite Cup action, but when your backs are against the wall, when all the media, all the noise around the Brisbane Bullets, you just come in with this kind of sense of confidence, weirdly enough, of, you know what, I get all this extension of missed shots, and they played well.
Well, we got two superstars standing by, Anna Lee and Alex Dukas.
How did it feel to play in front of this crowd tonight? Obviously, this is some of your hometown people, so talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see a few familiar faces in the crowd. Always love to come back to WA, so it was pretty special.
And as a group tonight, you guys looked really cohesive. You looked like you were playing hard. Talk to me about how this last week has been. What have you been talking about at practice to give what you gave tonight?
I mean, I guess our backs are against the wall, so it's all about how we're going to answer moving forward. And when you get punched in the mouth like last week, the only thing you have to do is come out and play really hard and play together as a team. So we stripped a few things away at practice and kind of focused on the basic things, and we did well tonight.
Lastly, did you call bank on that first 3?
I definitely did it, but I'll take it.
Okay, thank you.
There you go, Casey Prather, a superb performance. 110-93 was the score. Damo, once again, Perth shoot at 29%, but really had nothing to do with Perth tonight. It was all about Brisbane and how brilliant they were.
Yeah, credit Brisbane from the get-go. They got into their offences, they got the ball to the right plays at the right times, and Casey Prather, who we saw before, named our MVP for the night. He just put it on a display that won't be forgotten anytime soon.
Hey, Hulls, what did you make of Brisbane tonight?
They were terrific. They were absolutely terrific. Led by a very familiar face in Casey, who, again, loves playing against Perth. There's just something about playing against Perth. But again, everybody clearly had this confidence. Devers was unbelievable, but Dukas, Murray, everybody had a good time.
Well, we knew Casey was going to score. I think what I'm most impressed with is who you just said. Tristan Devers, 14 points. Lamar Patterson, 7. Alex Dukas, 14. Tane Murray, 12.
I mean, that's all good, but I want to hear from the man himself. Casey, we've requested the man who's, it's something special in the air, and I want to get this out the way first, my friend. Your lovely wife was not happy with that first dunk attempt. She says you've spoken about this before, and what happened?
Man, I just saw the opportunity, went up for it, and yeah, them legs kind of failed me, but I got it back. I was thirsty for the second one just because I knew she was going to say something coming home. So the second one was for you. So
oh, no, we're seeing the replay here too. That, well, actually, it's not a flat tie. He's just missed it.
But you made up for it, though, in the next one. Casey, my man, Mr. Fundamental, 34 points, man. Talk to the people of Australia about how important it is to just have the fundamentals right. It ain't got to be all flashy. You just go about it, man. Meat and potatoes, just the basic, you don't overexert yourself with doing no unnecessary stuff. It's just ABC buckets.
Hey, exactly. It's a simple game. When you can find ways to impact the game without doing too much. I think the coach is happy, the teammates are happy, and I'm happy. I don't want to really exert too much energy out there because we got too many games coming up. But yeah, anytime I can get it done, I'm happy.
That's right, baby. Keep that energy because you got to watch Deuce tomorrow, okay? Yeah. We have a little toddler at home, and we're going to need you to do some babysitting tomorrow. But let me know what you want to eat, and I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate that, baby. Love you.
Love you too.
Now, CP, I do want to ask before we let you go, again, all the noise, the external noise, this tough first quarter against the Hawks. You're a veteran. You've won a championship. You know what it takes. What was your message to everybody going into this game? Because I'm sure there's a lot of doubters outside of the four walls of the locker room where the true belief was, because that was an unbelievable performance.
Yeah, we don't care nothing about the outside. It's all about internal. We know we're a great team. Unfortunately, we have some injuries. We have some people leave the team early. So, yeah, it's all about us. It's all about our chemistry. And, again, we believe in ourselves. We go out, put the work in every single day. So it was bound to show.
And the 400K, well, it's 300K if you win the Ignite Cup. We've been breaking it down. Ariana, what's the split here? Ariana would like to know.
Man, she got my whole wallet anyway. So, I doubt I see any of that anyway. So, yeah.
That's right. Happy wife, happy life. We'll break it all down more after this quick break. Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, thanks.